How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, thank you for all your comments, your likes, and my subscribers are shooting up and stuff. So I'm grateful for you guys for that. This video, guys, gonna change it up a bit, going for crime, current state of crime, policing levels, and let's see where we go with it. Right. Obviously, guys, as you've noticed and stuff, I think the lowest police numbers, guys, now for 30 years, right, which you've got the government cuts under the Tories, right? I think they've lost about 21,000 police officers, right, the police, right, which for Joe Public, right, for those that are on the right side of the tracks, for those law-abiding citizens out there, must be alarming. It must be quite scary, the fact that you're seeing fewer police on your streets, right? Under the Tories and stuff, they've cut millions of pounds to police budgets and stuff. That's had a direct impact on frontline policing. Community police stations are closing down on the estates and inner cities and stuff. Fewer police on the streets, longer, like, the police are overstretched, massively understaffed, and they're running skeletal, guys, right? People have lost faith in the police. I still to this day get messages from people that want me to sort out problems because they don't trust police, guys. And that's not just me. They go to criminals, gangs, they go to hard men on the estates, they go to gangsters, and they say, look, we've lost faith in the police are not turning up, and people are dealing with these criminals, these criminal gangs, these gangsters, these hard men are sorting out problems from low-level antisocial behaviour to thefts, and so on and so forth, right? Community enforcers, right? Because one, they turn up, two, they get results, and it's as simple as that, guys, right? Now, I'm out of crime, guys, yeah? I've been out of crime, 13 months since I left prison, guys, right? I am staying on a crimeless path, right? It's very hard to do. I've been offered money to get back involved in crime, but so far, I have said no. But when you look at the policing numbers, right, and you see the levels of crime, you see crime rates soaring, guys. What crime are we talking? We're talking violent crime. We're talking crime against the persons, right? We're talking moped crime, right? Obviously, why the criminals? It's well known, right? For those, not everyone knows why criminal gangs use mopeds, right? Criminal gangs use mopeds because they're cheap. They steal. Obviously, they're stealing these mopeds from other people, sticking false plates on them, right? And they can get round the nooks and crannies in the inner city estates and stuff, the rabbit warrens, the ginnels and stuff like that, right? To get down, yeah. Also, it's well known amongst criminals and stuff, right, and the police, that if you're riding on the back of, say you've got two up on a moped, yeah, so two people on a moped, if you've got your helmet off, what's going to happen? The police are going to discontinue that chase. The police are going to have to, because of health and safety and stuff, right? And there's a high percentage that if you come off that bike, you're going to smash your fucking brains open. The police will stop pursuing criminals on mopeds. Some of them do, some of them don't. But again, I've seen a drop in police. It's been well documented that the police are frustrated that these criminal gangs are using mopeds, knowing that the police will not go after them. As soon as they take their helmet off and throw it, they're going to have to stop the chase and stuff, right? This plays into the hands of the criminal, right? And like I say, I just watched a documentary on, guys, please, right, if you're into moped crime and like acid attacks and armed robberies and stuff, right, there was a documentary on it like 20 to 12 last night, right? Livy, I can't remember her last name, right? But Haydock, right? And she presented and produced a program on BBC One called Moped Crime Inside the Criminal Moped Gangs, yeah? Check it out, guys, on BBC iPlayer. A fantastic watch. Do you know what I'll do? I'll put a link in the description below, guys, yeah? But the thing is, with fewer police on the streets, guys, right, it's taking the police longer to respond to call-outs and stuff. I'm looking here locally, right, here in Manchester, right, over in Hyde, over in Tameside, over in Hyde, criminal gangs, right, and kids are running feral, right, and the police have said, unfortunately, due to policing cuts and stuff and budget cuts, we are not able to turn up to as many crimes as the public would like, right? We have to prioritise policing. We've got to give way for shoplifters and low-level antisocial behaviour in favour of catching killers, like organised crime, murderers, radical extremists, things like that, right? So as a former prisoner, guys, and a former criminal, I'm sat back, right, and I've watched these figures, right, and local, right, the biggest police force in England is obviously London. I think the second biggest police force is here in Manchester, the Greater Manchester Police, right. But the facts are, guys, community police stations are closing down, frontline policing numbers have been cut, armed response police numbers have been cut, right. It's becoming a fucking criminal's paradise. It's a green light for criminals to commit crimes across the board, and the police are powerless to stop it, right? I tweet a lot about this, guys, right? You can follow me. I don't know which way. My Twitter will come up there, right? So get me on Twitter, right? And see what I tweet about. I tweet about prison. I tweet about crime. I tweet about policing levels from a former criminal's perspective. I'm anti-police, guys. I'm anti-establishment. I'll tell you that straight off the bat, yeah. The reason I'm anti-police is because, in my opinion, they're corrupt, right? That's my opinion, the way I've been treated by the police. I am anti-police and I am anti-establishment, and I will be to the day I die. The police do a very difficult job with an ever-decreasing budget and stuff, right? But what I don't like is, like, the fact that the police will arrest you on a charge with no evidence because you haven't done it. They know you haven't done it. They'll fucking charge you for it, right? The police have got targets that they need to hit, right? Just like the Crown Prosecution Service, right? The police gather the evidence and then they ring the CPS, right? Who are both, they're all corrupt, yeah? And the police try to sell the case to the CPS. The police should never have to sell a case to the CPS. The CPS should look at the fucking crime, the offence, and the evidence, right? If the evidence is there to support to support charging that person, and there's a high probability that the person's going to be convicted, charge them, right? Don't when there's no evidence on someone because they're clearly innocent of an offence, right? Don't fucking charge them and just think, oh, well, we'll try our luck in court, right, with a 50-50, right? It's disgusting, that, right? And I don't like it one bit. But guys, crime across the board is soaring, right? It's becoming a criminal's paradise. Honestly, right, with community police stations closing down, right, on estates, yeah, what's happening? Crime soaring. You've got youth running feral. The youth, right? When I was a kid, when I was a kid, right, I feared the police, yeah. When I was a kid, we feared the police, we respected the police, right? As we grow up, yeah, I've got police assault on my record now, you know what I'm saying? But as a kid, I was scared of the police. Look at kids now on the estates. They tell police to fuck off. You've got PCSO officers, right? For those that don't know, police community support officers, PCSOs, right? The plastic coppers. They've got the same powers of arrest as fucking you and I. One of them stops you in the street, you tell them to fuck off, you don't give them your details, and you just walk off. They've got no handcuffs, no nothing, right? They was trying to bring in more powers for PCSOs, but the fact is, right, they're trying to use these people that dress like coppers that have got the same powers of arrest as you and I to bridge the gap in policing, right? It's beyond words, guys, right? Like I say, community police stations closing down, frontline policing, right? Police on the street, on the beat and stuff, is becoming less and less, guys. The police are a non-visual deterrent on our streets, right? And like I say, crime rates are soaring. Violent crime, knife crime, gun crime. And do you know what, right? And the fact is, it's only going to get worse, guys, right? I'm a criminal. I'm a former criminal, right? I was good when I was active, right? When there was a lot of police about. There's fucking even less police now. So if I went back to crime, I could be better equipped to get away with crimes, even more so now, because police response times are down. They're taking 48 hours, 3 days to turn up to burglaries and stuff, right? To dwellings and commercial burglaries, right? The courts and the police have gone soft on shoplifters. What do I mean by that? Right? They used to 80 quid. They used to if you stole under 80 up to £80, they will give you I think it was a fixed penalty. Right? Now that's gone up to £200. Right? Yesterday there's a quality save, right, in Salford. Right? These two shoplifters, I think they was Romanian or something. They had coats adapted and they had all this stolen loot that they had on them. Right, and they put it out on Facebook. Can the police tell us why it's taken 2 hours for the police to get here, and then for why they haven't been arrested? I can answer the question. The police and the courts, guys, put it up from 80 quid. They put it up to £200. £200 and less will be dealt with via a fixed penalty. Right? Why? Because they want to save the courts time and money by not having these people in court, not sending them to prison. I'm not being funny, guys, but shoplifters are some of the most prolific shoplifters out there. Shoplifters mainly, right? They go after meat, coffee. I used to be a security guard, right? Obviously, apart from being a criminal as well. But criminals, these shoplifters go after meat, coffee, razor blades, aftershave, things that you can sell on. We're talking about supermarkets here. So you're talking meat, coffee, things like that, expensive commodities, razor blades, and that you can sell on, right? And they'll go into the pubs. I'm talking about Manchester here. I remember being in a pub in Manchester, right, rough pub here in town, right? And the same kid, he was a drug user. It was obviously a drug user, right? Came in 3 times, right? He grafted 3 different shops, and he come in with his stolen loot, right? Walking around the shops and stuff, offering. And for every shoplifter that goes into these pubs, there's always someone there with ready money that will knock them down on price for the thing, because the drug user wants the drug and the person wants the commodity, coffee or whatever, a bag, a load of meat for fucking 10, 15, 20 quid. The drug user wants to get his next score, his heroin, his crack cocaine, his spice, whatever he's on, right? And again, where are the police? The police have gone soft on shoplifters. They're talking about decriminalising cannabis, which has been talked about forever and a day, which is obviously kills cancer and stuff. But I don't know if the police turn a blind eye now to cannabis and stuff. If you're caught on the street, they give you 3 street warnings. On the 3rd time, they'll arrest you, right? It's going less and less. I've seen police forces saying, look, if you're growing cannabis, if you're smoking it, we don't fucking care, right? And then you look at London, you look at Manchester, you look at Birmingham, you look at Liverpool, Newcastle, right? Policing levels have been decimated, so much so that, like I say, it's a criminal's paradise. It is a free reign. It is a green light for criminals across the board to commit offences, guys. And the police are powerless to stop it. Joe Public must be thinking, what we're paying our taxes for here, right? My local police station closed down. Police station in the local town up the road closed down, right? Like I said, guys, fewer police stations, fewer police, amongst soaring crime rates. This is the Tories, guys. The Tories are scumbags, yeah? And like I say, everyone's a lot poorer under the fucking Tory government, except from the MPs, the bankers, and all these big corporations that hide their money, are consumed by greed, and hide their money in offshore accounts and stuff, while everyone else is fucking going to food banks and struggling to fucking put food on the table, right? It's beyond words, guys. But whilst they're cutting police numbers, guys, they're not asked about the police. Look at Theresa May. She lives in a gated fucking house at Downing Street, right? With around-the-clock security, right? She's fine, mate. As long as she's fine, fuck the lot of us, right? And like I say, crime rates are soaring and stuff. But then you see Theresa May in government. Oh, yes. I mean, honestly, recorded crimes come down and all this. Crime's gone down. No, it fucking hasn't. What statistics have you been looking at, you daft bitch? You've got glaucoma or something, right? Crime rates are soaring. It's becoming a criminal's paradise. There's fewer police on the streets. I'm looking at Liverpool, right? There's been a lot of murders there recently, a lot of shootings, a lot of stabbings, a lot of murders, right? So direct correlation between policing levels and crime, right? And the only people that are going to, when they've got fewer police on the streets, this is lawless Britain, people. What's going to happen? Crime rates are going to soar. Criminals are going to prosper. And like I say, with the police have got to, right, where the police used to, right, the serious sexual offences unit here in Manchester, guess what happened? They disbanded it, right? They're closing police stations down, they're selling police stations off, they're all trying to recoup money and stuff, right? And like I say, it plays into the hands of the criminal. I'm out of crime, right? I've got no interest in going back to crime, but I'm very clued up to how it works and stuff, and crime works and stuff. And I'm looking at these policing levels and stuff. I'm looking at Liverpool. They need to cut another £18 million by 2021 or 2020, right? To policing cuts, right? That's fewer police stations, fewer police officers, fewer armed police. Response times are down. Criminals are fucking going to prosper. Places are going unpoliced. Youths are running feral. Criminal gangs are bang at it, right? You've got moped crime gangs. You've got acid attacks. You've got knife crime. You've got gun crime. And it's not just happening in London, guys, right? It's happening in Manchester. It's happening in Liverpool. It's happening in Birmingham. It's happening in Newcastle. You know what I mean? It's happening in Wales. It's happening in Scotland. It's happening everywhere, guys. Criminal gangs are prospering, and like I say, it is fast becoming a criminal's paradise. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? The fact that law and order in the UK is, we don't respect the police. People have lost faith in the police. Law-abiding people contact people to sort out problems, offer money, stuff like that to sort out, because they've lost faith in the police. The police's job, the police are demoralised, they're run down, they're overstretched, they're massively understaffed. And like I say, I've seen police officers lose their jobs to, like I say, the police are rife with crime and corruption and stuff like that. They're bang at it, right? But like I say, they're above the law, they're untouchable. But you're seeing police officers laid off and stuff. Police officers are handing in the badge, quitting the force because policing's been decimated and stuff by the Tory government. Who profits? Criminals. Criminals profit. Like I say, going soft on shoplifters. Shoplifters are some of the most notorious, persistent fucking shoplifters about. So what they're saying there is, oh, 200 quid and under, you're laughing. So what you're seeing in supermarkets, you're seeing push-outs with trolleys loaded with meat and alcohol, coffee, razor blades and meat, pushed out the door and stuff. 200 quid and less, because you know as a criminal, if you go over 200 quid, you're getting arrested, you're going to be put before the court, you could end up back in prison. The courts have actively been told, don't send these prolific shoplifters to prison. But yet they're the most prolific and persistent reoffenders. Criminal's paradise, guys. Simple. Criminal's paradise. Let me know what you think on the video, guys. I'm not right about everything. I just talk a lot of nonsense, don't I? But let me know what you think about the video. Comment section below. I'm going to put the BBC documentary in the description. Please watch it at your leisure and stuff if you decide to. Thanks for your likes, your comments and your subscriptions. Love you all, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye.